amigas, amigos.
Hola, mi amigas and mi amigos. Welcome back to me YouTube channel. It's me llamo Yana Denise.
Exactly.
Here with
Spanish Queen. Oh, hi, it's Nikisha, guys. I didn't even know like that was like to me, but hey guys.
yo, please.
It's me, Nikki Girl.
Nikki girl, y'all.
Nikki Girl over here on the bed. Hey y'all.
Here for backup, y'all. We about to get into the tea, the sauce, and the sauce for real. Alright, y'all. So as you can see by the title, this is gonna be a very in-depth story time on why I'm not friends with bitches anymore. And I would like to give a disclaimer. The stuff that I'm about to say, you guys will probably be like, girl, like, what is wrong with you? Why would you ever give Shorty a chance?
I say girl, but you know what? I also take, you know what? Yeah, just talk about it. You know, I get it though. No, I don't, but I did.
But
I thought
she and no, because we're gonna
like,
tell the story because she's the reason.
Like, you know, yeah, like I don't know, like
I'm here sipping on White Claw, and she's sipping on that Pinot Grigio. You want your bottle, sis?
Hell yeah.
But yeah, guys, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and let's just get into the story time because yeah. Okay, so boom, right? It was maybe junior year, I think. The second semester we were talking. No, I'm lying. It was junior year, the first semester we had got each other on Snapchat, right? Wait, let me give her a name.
Wait, junior year? No, it has to be sophomore year.
Was it?
I met you junior year.
Oh, yes. So basically, it was junior year.
I'm a dumbass. I'm fucking fly.
Alright guys, so we did a little change of scenery because we decided that Nikki's gonna definitely be in this video to help tell the story.
I'm here mostly for emotional support and just to come with the extra facts.
Type shit, because I be forgetting shit. You feel me?
Just to remind, you know? But it's definitely a story, y'all.
Type shit. Okay, so I'm gonna start off briefly by telling you guys how I met her. What name should we give her?
It really gotta match, you know?
Like Satan spawn. We could do Gremlin. Gremlin?
Little man. Like
Little man, okay.
Now, Little Man is crazy. No, the only reason why I said Little Man is because I was thinking of the live with Tommy. It was just like, your arms are rather short, and your arms, like, you're rather short, and your arms are that thing.
It's nice for people with a disability. You're rather short, and your arms do that little thing.
Fraud.
Ooh,
Just fraud.
for sure.
She's
Yeah.
just a fraud. Like, fake life.
Literally,
Fake
yeah.
everything. Like, new life. New year, new life. You know, you wasn't even living the life that you was living, but you live it now. Because, you know, you want to be down.
Do you really?
And you're not
or
down.
Are you trying?
If you are down, you're just in hell.
They made you the head of the show, we get it.
But are you really the show?
Alright.
Yeah.
So basically, me and Fraud had met, I think, sophomore year, I think second semester, because I had came back home from Buffalo State. You guys know I go to Buffalo State or whatever. But, well, I used to go. Facts. So we met, for some reason we had each other on Snapchat. I guess that it was during the pandemic, so like everybody was doing like ads and all that shit, blah blah blah. So then I seen like she was posting or whatever, and she kept posting like, oh, how she wanted friends and this, that, and the third. But it's like, I'm not the type to slide up on somebody's thing and be like, oh, let's be friends, because I'm mad shy. So like I was posting pictures of me, she would post pictures of her, and then one day she just slid up and she was like, oh, you're mad pretty. And I was like, girl, you're mad pretty too. And then she asked me like,
you're pretty.
She was like, you're mad pretty. No, literally. So she was like, you're mad pretty. And I was like, girl, you pretty too. And she asked me, like, was I up here at Buff or whatever? And I was like, yeah. And then, you know, the whole shebang. She was like, yeah, we should be friends and da-da-da. And my dumbass was like, yes, oh my God, like, I need friends and da-da-da-da-da. So ever since then, like, we would be texting and this, that, and the third. But mind you, it happened at a perfect moment because I had came up to Buffalo to spend time with a boy that I ended up leaving 3 days later. But that could be another story time too. And I was supposed to stay for 9 days, but like that don't even matter right now. I had linked her when I was with him because me and him, it was just mad weird between me and him, and then me and her just met up, and like, I'm not gonna lie, instantly we clicked, and I was like, oh shit, like I can fuck with her, she's mad cool, we're comfortable with each other, da da da. And we had talked about being roommates and like this living complex here. So like I just thought like, oh shit, I'm about to come here and I'm about to have like more friends because all my friends basically left and I only had my other bitch Amali, you feel me? So yeah, that was that, right? So fast forward, right, we're talking, so I'm thinking she's cool, and because I'm about to live with you, I want to see how you are, you feel what I'm saying? So I was like, so basically I invited her to my birthday. My birthday is June 18th. Save the date, y'all. But my birthday is June 18th, so I invited her to New York. That's where I was living at the moment. And she was like planning to come down. She was really excited. Like it was really good vibes, right? So like she comes down. This is when I first got my whip, right? It was probably like 5 days before. So I went to Times Square and I picked her up with my ex-girlfriend and everything. Yeah,
that was sweet.
I did went and I picked her up and we drove around. I had like stopped and got her food, and then she needed to like pick up a wig or something. Like I was just very hospitable, you feel me? Very hospitable, nice. Like you feel me? So like she came to my crib, mind you, y'all, the first night shorty came to my crib, she did not stay at my crib, she stayed at her nigga's house. Red flag
number one. Why are you at a man's house?
We're gonna keep tallies of the red flags.
It's my birthday weekend, but why are you at a man's house?
You're supposed to be my friend. Why did you really come to New York? Shorty? Yeah, that part. Right? Boom. So she didn't stay. So basically, I had went out with my ex-girlfriend, my friend Derek, and it was her, and we were just all chilling, right? And like we had came back, and then she was like, oh, like such and such, her ex or whoever that man is to her is about to come pick her up. So I was just like, whatever, like okay. So then the next morning I woke up, I think we either had a lash appointment or a hair appointment. It was one of those. And she had got back, and I drove her to her appointments because it's like, why wouldn't I do that? You booked the same people I did, we just had 2 different times, whatever, cool, did that, right? Boom. So then the next day she sleeps over, only because we came from the hair appointment hella late, because she was telling me how she wanted to go stay at her ex-boyfriend's house. And I was just like, okay, like I'm not trying to think that deep into it, because it's like,
nah, that's kind of fucked though.
It is fucked, but it's just like I had too much shit to think about, and I'm not about to try to argue with you, and I just met you. True. And you feel me? Like if you wanted to stay, she would have stayed. Yeah,
but I just met and she's coming to your birthday. She's getting all this done for your birthday. Why you know? Like not to like be like, oh, like very like, you know, like I guess like what's the word, like very on you and stuff like that. But if you came down for me, I would expect you to be with me, not be like, oh yeah, like I can just get this done and I'll see you the next morning. Like we're barely even friends and you're not even here for real.
That part.
Red flag number 2 though. Like,
red flag number 2.
Red flag number 2.
So boom. It's the night before my birthday. Well, the night going into my birthday, and we're getting ready and stuff. My friend Derek is coming to pick us up, and my ex-girlfriend was with us too, and we were meeting like my other friends at like this lounge called Impulse Lounge. You guys should go see that for the New York viewers. It's in Queens.
Impulse. They didn't let me in.
Really?
Well, no, only because my friend didn't have her ID.
Damn. Yeah, y'all. So we went to Impulse Lounge, right? And we were having the time of our fucking life. So basically, my friends had bought me a bottle, they split it, and then my ex-girlfriend bought me a bottle. So that's 2 bottles of Hennessy. 2.
It's Henny, y'all.
It's Henny, y'all. It's not
like,
you feel me? It's Henny.
Understand that when you hear the rest of the story.
It's Henny.
So can you blame? Can you really blame if it's Henny?
Okay,
it's Henny involved. What you think Henny gives?
You feel me? So I'm gonna say this.
Henny gives like
in the comments below, right? Once I tell y'all what happened, let me know if y'all feel like it should have been something that was forgiven or it wasn't. No, let me say that after I
ain't
tell
no
y'all.
amount of Henny though. I can't lie though. I can't.
Right?
There's no amount of Henny that could like equate to like that being okay, but
no, literally, right?
To each his own. I don't judge.
I am.
Y'all was talking shit. We were talking. I wasn't talking. I was.
Like what?
Y'all been talking shit. We've been talking shit. So we not even finna do shit. I have.
All right. So boom, we're drunk, and I know we're already fucked up, and like the night was just over, right? So the next morning I wake up and I don't remember how I got home. I don't remember what occurred. All I remember seeing is when I got out the car, my mom is just screaming. Mind you, I turned 20 at this point. I wasn't even 21 yet. I turned 20. So you know we got in there with fake. She was screaming. We got in there with fake IDs and everything. You feel me? But she wasn't screaming. She wasn't screaming like, what the fuck, where did y'all go? Because she knew where we went. It was more like a, why are y'all so drunk like this? Like anything could have happened. It was like concerned screaming. And then my stepdad was calming her down. So like that was a plus, right? So the next morning I wake up. And I wake up just hung the fuck over. And I'm just so confused because I'm literally laying on the floor with a sheet and a pillow, right? I look up, my ex is on the couch, and I look up, I'm like, yo, where the fuck is this girl at? So I get up and I go talk to my parents first, and they were just laughing at me like, yo, y'all had a time. Y'all had a
At least it was
time.
laughing at you though. You know, some parents would be like, well, some parents would have been mad at you. Like, you know, they understand you live in life. Like,
type shit,
it's your birthday, they let you have it.
That's what I'm saying. So there, and then my stepdad was fake putting me on before I had went in the room and talked to Fraud. He was just telling me y'all were super drunk. He was like your little friend, and he didn't like Fraud at all. He told me since the first day he met her, that something was off about her. And you know how curbing your parents are.
When they say somebody off, that shit is all the way off. Please listen. I always want to see what you mean by that though. Like,
literally, like I gotta find out for myself.
Yeah, like, you don't know her like I know her. Like, so like, you're not gonna tell me nothing about her. Like, let me call her.
No, literally, right? So I went in the room and I go to her and I was like, bitch, you good? And I look at her, bro, her wig is off. Mind you, we got our hair done she got her hair done 2 days before, and I got my hair done the day before. Her wig is off, and I'm looking at her like, yo, what the fuck? So then I start to like clean the glue off her forehead and shit, and I started to fix her wig cap because I'm like, girl, like you look crazy anyways. That's the least I could do.
Being a friend,
helping
her out,
right?
At her worst.
So this is when red flag number 3 pops up, right? So basically, she kind of wakes up still kind of drunk. But I've never woken up still drunk before, but like, nah.
I never woke up still. Well, I felt drunk, but it was like more so like, all right, in my head, it's just like, I'm feeling like I still feel the liquor, but not like, oh, I'm like,
no, she woke up like on hots, like how she was acting. You feel what I'm saying?
Bitch is a devil. Why are you waking up angry, bro? It's a good morning.
She woke up angry, right? So she would immediately, she's like, no, where's this nigga at? Where's this nigga at? Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here.
She woke up talking about a man?
Yeah.
Red flag number 4. Why are you waking up and a man is on your mind?
Yep.
Focus on the bag, ladies.
On the bag. We gotta get to the bag for real.
We gotta get to the bag. Like, bitch, I'm trying to go out tonight.
I'm trying to go out tonight. I'm trying to go out tonight. I'm trying to go out tonight before we go out tonight. Because, you know, I'm trying to go out.
The fuck, man? I said, why do you care so much about that? Like, bitch, I'm trying to go out tonight. It was at your birthday, right? Like, bitch, I'm trying to go out tonight.
I was literally trying to go out tonight, bro. Right, so boom, she wakes up.
She's like, where's this nigga at? Where's this nigga at?
What the fuck? Literally laying down like,
I would have I'm not gonna lie, I would have got scared.
I was laughing. I thought she was joking.
Nah, I would have got scared.
What
are you doing?
Bro, that was my era of taking shit too light. Like, I took that too light because I was just like literally laughing because I thought she was joking.
Bombastic side eye. Criminal offensive side eye.
Bitch. I was weak.
Like,
No, literally. Right? So boom.
That is not a joke,
she's
y'all.
calling him and he's on the phone, right? And they're cursing each other out. She's like, and he's like,
Shut the fuck up, shut the fuck up.
yes, talking to her crazy, bro. Talking to her crazy, right? So boom. I didn't know he was really gonna come. He really came, called him, was like, yo, come downstairs. First of all, she leaves in my shirt. I never got that shirt back. R.I.P. to that shirt. It was from my ex.
To give it back.
Never wanted to give it back. And then she left with pants and just this like little ass coin purse and nothing else. Like, shorty didn't even have like a head tie, nothing. She just left in a wig cap. So I'm at this point, I'm just like, yes.
It was never that serious.
You know what it never was?
You know what it never was? That's serious. It was never that serious.
Like respectfully.
No, it was never that
yes,
serious.
bro, she left like that. So at this point, like, I'm not gonna lie, that's a red flag on me. I wasn't even thinking too much into it because I'm just thinking like, oh, you're gonna come back, maybe like you just want to talk to your nigga. Okay, cool.
That's
whatever.
a red flag on your self-awareness.
That is.
You gotta understand, there's bitches that care too much about a nigga, and there's the bitches that just like, you know, can balance.
Type shit. She was never
like, she was just like, nigga, all right. This is Yana right here.
No, Yana.
But my nigga.
And Yana was
Yana.
Like,
nah.
come on, right?
So, it was never gonna be you.
It was never gonna be you. It was never gonna be you. So for you to
like, it was never gonna. Like, yo. Like, she's not shit though.
She wasn't shit. She dead wasn't. Boom, what happened after? Mind you guys, this was the day of my birthday dinner. This was really the road, because that whole lounge thing was just a spur of the moment. We were just like, fuck it, let's go to a lounge. Like, we all have fakes, whatever, cool. And the real reason she came was from the dinner. So, my ex-best friend, this sounds so bad. My ex-best friend, what do we want to call her? My ex-best friend comes over and she brings a cake that she got for my birthday. It was so cute. I know, it had Brent Fires all over it. Had a picture of me. It was bad cute, I know. Right? Oh, please. So then we're talking. I'm telling her what like happened or whatever and stuff like that. And like, oh, and my other best friends had came over, Beyonce and Isaiah, and they came and like decorated the living room and bought me like a little cake, and they were just like chilling with me before the dinner too.
Wait, Beyonce like, maybe I can't go anywhere without laying in.
So right, they came over, whatever. I tell her what happened, and again, I'm not thinking about it until this other girl, who I'm no longer friends with, that weird ass bitch. And if I ever see you,
she name dropped.
Yes, and
That's
if I ever
you.
see you, not me stop. No, but that ass, I don't like you. Can't lie. Anyways, I don't even want to give you no recognition on my shit, bitch.
Exactly.
Right? When she was on her way and Fraud still wasn't on her way back, I knew like something was up. But I again, I'm not thinking too much into it.
No, something had to be up because Miss C, don't she live far?
Yes.
From you.
Butterfly.
I'm thinking. Oh, I thought you were talking about the girl.
Yes.
Aren't they from the same place?
lived, yeah, in Long Island.
If they was on the way and Miss Girl still wasn't on the way, that had to be an issue.
So I knew once this one last girl who I used to be friends with was like on her way and she wasn't, I was like, something's up. So I'm texting her, I'm calling her phone. She's giving me all these excuses saying how she's either gonna, mind you, she had my ex-best friend's Butterfly, her ID. And I had apologized to her because I never asked her, because I had got the fakes for us, and I never asked her because she used the fake, but I just gave it to her because I knew Butterfly would be nice enough to say yes. But it's like, at this point, you have this girl stuff and you're not trying to come in like bring it, right?
I fuck with Butterfly.
Yeah, right?
I'm
so
sorry,
boom.
I just keep thinking about her right now.
Anyways,
reminiscing. I'm sorry.
So basically, we're all getting ready, right? And it's like, it's on some quick shit, and I'm like doing my makeup real quick or whatever. And like, me and Butterfly get annoyed because it's like, we asked you nicely for it. Cool, we're understanding you're not coming to the dinner no more at this point, even though you keep saying you'll meet us there. It's just like, she wants her ID right now. So basically, Fraud's boyfriend had to come and drive all the way back to Brooklyn to come bring the ID, and the girl had came upstairs, and the girl like walked into the room and didn't say hi to anybody, and she just started talking to me. So I was like, still playing it nice and shit. I was like, oh, why aren't you coming, and this, that, and the third. I never told how she fought my mom. Okay, so this is editing me. And I clipped out all the parts where we were talking about when she fought my mom, because the story time would have been like an hour and some minutes, and like I'm not doing that, and I wouldn't even want to watch a story time for that long, and this shit's already like 50 something minutes. So I'm gonna do a separate story time if you guys care about how, why, when she fought my mother, because the bitch is weird, bro. The bitch is weird, crazy, all in one. So yeah, I just wanted to say that real quick. You got that drunk to try to swing on her, like,
yeah, like your own mother. I'm not gonna lie, and I fuck with her mom too. Her mom is a Sag.
And you know what's crazy? Even when she was at my crib, you know, like I feel like when like I was living where I was living, if you would have came over, you would have been very engaged with my mom. I feel like that's just the type of person you are.
I like moms. I feel like the parents always like me.
She did not talk to my mom. Like, she only spoke when spoken to.
Really?
Even in the morning, she didn't say good morning. I'm not even a morning person to say good morning, but if I'm in somebody's crib with their moms, I'm saying good morning, I'm saying hello. Like, I'm not being disrespectful.
I'm not gonna lie, I feel like it's probably just like how you're raised, because Miss Girl, she's not really for the people. She's halfway, so she get like 14 days of February, because she's not really all the way there.
She was one of the girlies raised by the grandma, so you know how that goes.
So it's just the grandmama, the baby.
If you're a mama and you ain't got your baby, and your mama got your baby, then you're not the mama. Your grandmama's
like, yeah, like. So it's just like, you know, you just have to just get it. I don't know. I feel like it's just a certain like form of respect, because I don't know, me being raised in a house, when I see any adult, first of all, I have to greet them. Yeah, I'm Haitian, so like you gotta kiss everybody on the cheek when you see them. You gotta kiss every stranger, even if like it's somebody in the family or something. You gotta really just say hello. You gotta greet them, say hello, acknowledge them. How are you doing? Kiss on the cheek, all of that. So it's just like, to not even acknowledge somebody that you're in the house with, that you're staying at, that you're not paying rent for, you're here to visit at that. I would be saying thank you for everything. You know, like, this is really nice. Like, you didn't have to do this. But it's just like, it's how you was raised. And like, you know, when you come to college, you see, when you get to know people, how they were raised. And some bitches were just not raised right. Well, I can't even say raised right. I hate to just...
No, it's raised right.
But I hate to just say that, because it's like, you know, their way of being raised could just be different than my way of being raised. It's just like...
But at the end of the day, manners is manners. It's either you have mannerism or you don't. And I genuinely feel like mannerism is taught.
It is tall, but not everybody has the same mannerism. I'm not gonna lie. You can't tell me, well, I don't know. I don't want to single out.
That's like saying if somebody opens the door for you, oh, just in my culture, we don't say thank you. That's bullshit. Everybody says thank you. If you do something for me, that's like a gesture you didn't have to, because you could have let the door go. But you held it. You say thank you. I feel like it's just something you grow up to know. And sometimes most mannerism is common sense. Wait,
it was the night you was helping her, like she came, you was helping her with her wig and stuff like that. You said how, you know, you said her boyfriend had to come all the way to you.
Oh guys. Yeah. All right, guys. So I told you guys for my mom, So then she had came back. She had to come back to my house because she had to bring Butterfly her ID, her fake ID, because she had it, and she was trying to meet us at the restaurant with it, but we didn't want to like take any chances of her not showing up and it just being some funny shit. So she
not going to class. Sorry.
Type shit. I don't blame you. So she ended up coming all the way back or whatever. Cool. Blah blah. Right. So then she comes upstairs. Butterfly had went downstairs for me because I was still doing my makeup. She was like, no, you're good. Do your makeup. I'll go get her. Mind you, at this point, Butterfly don't really care for her for real, because bitch, like, you just did all that shit. Right? So then, please. So then, right? So then she comes upstairs. She doesn't say anything to C, the other girl. She says something to me, and then we start talking. And I was just like, girl, but I'm playing it cool. I'm like, girl, you okay? Like, what happened to you? She's just like, oh, yeah, I just got really drunk. And she was just like, I'm not going to make it to your dinner because my hair's not on, this, that, and the third. And I just said to her, like, rude. Butterfly is a hairstylist. She could have just literally glued that back on or fixed it somehow. It could have gotten
no
fixed.
problem.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it came clean off.
It did.
It came clean off to the fact that her baby hairs was probably still there. It didn't take much to spray Miss Girl back down.
I told her, I was like, we could use free spray it
That's
back
what
down.
happens when you're not, like, you try to be somebody that you're not really educated on wigs or anything.
You don't know what the fuck
you
you're
don't know
doing.
what you're doing. It's just on your head, so you're thinking, yeah. She was like, she never had a wig until then.
You're not black. Anyways, right, boom, that happened. So then, she ends up leaving because we're like, okay, we're about to leave. We gotta go. we gotta go. Like, we gotta go. So we tell her we gotta go, whatever, cool. So then, you know, I had my night, whatever, boom, and like, after that,
she's half
I think she's half black. She doesn't.
But you're not black though.
I had hit her up.
You're not an ER. I'm sorry.
You're not.
Keep interrupting, but
no, it's okay.
You're not one of us. But yeah.
Yo, I need to drop this before the month ends.
Because you hate yourself.
Damn, today's the last day of February. Yo.
And you need to drop it today. And it's coming out today.
Yeah, right? So, boom. I hit her the next day. I was like, are you okay? She's ignoring me. I texted her this long-ass paragraph. I no longer have the paragraphs because that's just from 2 years ago. So, you feel me? Okay. So, I don't have the receipts for what I'm about to explain next, but I do have receipts of everything else. I only don't have those receipts because it was on iMessage. She kept changing her number, I kept changing my number, and even when you would like get everything imported, I was like deleting shit because bitch, we're not friends. So like I can't find that, but I definitely have our DMs. So like I'm gonna insert receipts of like her hitting me up, wanting. Wait, I'm giving it away. I'm gonna just, whatever, bye. But I had texted her this long paragraph basically just saying like, you know, like, I just don't like how this weekend went. I was like, I thought like we were growing a friendship and that we were cool and that you would be there for me. Even though I'm learning, you shouldn't expect nothing from nobody. And like, you feel me? Like, never put shit past nobody. But then I was very vulnerable and just very like naive to shit. So I'm just like, damn, bitch, I thought you were my friend. Even though I just met you, like, but you don't even know me for real to be loyal to me. Didn't answer me. So I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna just continue living my life. My ex-girlfriend wanted to take me out again, so I had went to her house. I spent time with her mom, and we had went to the movies and shit like that. And then shorty hit me up and was like, oh, can I come get my stuff? And I was like, well, I'm not home, so like you're just gonna have to get it when you,
which is rude,
when you get it. It is rude, but it's like you're gonna have to get it when you get it, because like I'm not about to stop what I'm doing for you. So she ends up just getting her shit when my mom's home. My mom's not a petty person. She's not about to not let the girl get her stuff. So it's like, go get your shit. So then the day before she left, she had sent me this long ass paragraph because I had vented to Derek, and this was like one of my friends she was kind of like entertaining, like flirting with for the moment. And I had vented to him and told her the weird shit that she had did or whatever, and he was just like, what the fuck? So I'm guessing he went back and like kind of confronted her about it, and that's what made her hit me up, because I had blocked her number because like, bitch, fuck you, like you're done. So she was just saying, basically trying to call me a liar and this, that, and the third, and da da da. And then she tried to say I stole $100 from her, and I was like, bitch, what? What? Right? Because this kid had cashed after her $100, and she was like, oh, keep that $100 for the bottle. And I was like, okay, but then it was refunded. And then like when we really stopped talking, it was back in my Cash App. And bitch, I'm not about to tell you about that. I don't talk to you. I don't care that much. You feel me? Like I didn't think it was that deep. Right? So whatever, that whole situation happened. It was never that serious. It was never that serious. So I basically unfriended her off of everything, because I'm that type of person. If we don't talk no more, I don't need you on social media. I'm gonna delete you. So I deleted her, and like we just never spoke after that, right? So boom, the next time, right, I remember this vividly. So a few months later in August, I had came up to Buffalo State College, right? And this is where shorty right here is involved. Yeah, Miss Peacemaker, the fuck, right? So basically I came back to school and I didn't know Nikisha yet, right? But I just knew of her. I don't even know how we got each other on Snapchat. I don't know. We had each other on Snapchat, but it wasn't the story, you're so pretty. It wasn't that type of story, right? So basically, I had came back up here, and like she was already texting Derek, and shorty had left her bag. Fraud had left her bag with like her ID, her credit cards, all that shit at my crib, right? And then she had texted my friend Derek like, oh, can you tell her excuse me, can you tell her like, can I get my stuff? Damn it, you're about to make me on.
I know.
Can she get her stuff? So I was like, yeah, of course, like, bitch, I don't want your shit anyway. So she came downstairs to get her stuff from me. Why is she gonna try to snatch it back from me? And I dropped it so fast and that shit fell on the floor. Because, bitch, don't you ever. That's like red flag number 8. I feel like it was a bunch of red flags in there we forgot. Like, just counting them bitches. You feel me? So, boom, fast forward.
I don't know who to slap.
I really didn't know who to slap for real. Right? So, boom. When did you do my hair? I don't remember. It was during homecoming.
It was definitely like September, October, early.
It was homecoming.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, so like October.
Yeah. So I had booked Nikisha because this is when she started to really take hair seriously, and I had booked her for like a closure or whatever. And like, this is when I knew. I think I had you on sign, but I knew who you were. Yeah, I knew who she was. So it's just like, you know, we already kind of texted a little bit, like hard eyes and shit like that. And she was like, oh my god, you live here? And I was like, yeah, you live here. It was like one of those type of things, but it was never like no further conversation.
It was like you're moving into this place, I'm moving into this place. It's just like, yeah, you know, like, fuck it. Because I didn't know, like, everybody really didn't come back like that semester before, so everybody was just coming back and they were all living in one place. So just like, you know, you still want to keep the experience going, you still want to meet people, still want to see people. So just like, you're gonna be here, I'm gonna be here, you know, let's hang out type shit like that
and get shiggy.
Yeah,
literally, right? So boom, I booked an appointment with her and I went. I feel like off rip, we were talking, like it was
yeah,
cool.
because I remember like when we met, you really started like getting into the story, and Miss Ma'am told me the story before, and it's just like the stories wasn't adding up,
right? So basically,
I was still keeping the peace.
She was. All right, boom. So basically, right, we were talking about like who we knew and like basically just who we knew and like who we were friends with. And I told her I was like friends with this girl. At first I didn't name drop, and then I name drop. I was like, I don't know if you know her, but her name is blank fraud, right? And she was like what? And she like, then I started to describe her.
Still trying to like, you know, not really be like mixy in the situation, because it's just like they were both like, you know, my clients at that time. So just like, you know, she's talking and telling me about somebody, and the same person was telling me a story about this girl literally a few days ago. So it's just like, okay, cool, I'm gonna just act like I don't know nobody, just be open to both sides, because I'm not here to judge nobody, and I wanted to hear the story. And come to find out, Miss Ma'am didn't even tell the full story, and if I knew the full story, I probably would have went different about it. But I was still trying to keep I don't know why I was trying to keep the peace, y'all.
Cause like
I really
feel like
trying to keep
because me and you were establishing a friendship, and you knew like you would be cool with her. You just wanted us to be cool since we already knew each other, which I get.
But like I was like really like, you know,
she
like,
was so adamant about us being cool.
Yeah.
Because even when I told her the story, like I could see it in your face. You was like, what the fuck? But you wasn't trying to like show that shit for real.
Because I thought she meant well. I genuinely thought that this girl meant well. I'm just like, okay, cool. Like, you know, like, I'm not gonna lie, even after I heard about the fighting the mother, I'm just like, you know what, like, maybe she was just not really in the right headspace. Understanding that people can get drunk, they can forget, they could do this, they could do that. I'm just like, okay, cool, maybe she didn't mean that, but she's here. And what are the odds that as I'm finished doing your hair, Miss Ma'am is in the kitchen, because we were going to a party together that night, so they seen each other. She asked about you the same exact night.
I thought it was a setup. I'm not even gonna lie. I thought that shit was a setup.
I don't blame you for thinking that was a setup, because I kid you not, it's just like, what are the odds like of that day? It was a party that night too, and it's just like she was there to pregame, because that was when, you know, we had knew the girl since sophomore year, and we're just like, okay, when we come back, we're gonna hang out.
Type shit.
Whole time, bitches did. Okay, cool. Drunk, but like whole time, bitches did not even like me or my friend at that time.
Friends.
Like they friends at that time. She didn't even like us, but she was okay with drinking and partying with us. I don't understand. Whether or not you're doing it for your own benefit and you're doing it because, okay, cool, you're gonna drink, you're gonna have fun, you're weird. you're very much weird for doing that.
It's because she didn't have nobody else to hang out with.
It's just like, but don't try to make it seem like, you know, something that it wasn't. Like, okay, cool. Like, don't try to make us seem like we're like dick riders, because it never gave that. And it's just like, you know, like, that's what I feel like girls just need to really kind of like, you know, you got too much dip on your chip. Obviously, your energy at that time, it was right. It was cool. You was a cool person. Like, are you really about to call me a dick rider and be like, oh, these girls just want to hang with me because da-da-da-da? Like, no, girl. You actually seem like a cool, genuine person, but you're talking shit behind our backs and you're not liking nobody that you're hanging out with, but you still want to party, you still want to drink with them and everything. You're weird. At the end of the day, just separate yourself if you didn't want to, like, you know, if you was going to sit here and talk shit to begin with. And that is where Miss Ma'am comes in, and I don't like her at all. Like, bitch, you were never real. You were fake from the beginning. Fake when it was genuine. You were fake when it was genuine. How were you fake when it was genuine? Like, what the fuck? Understand. I do not understand. Because at the end of the day, it was never in my heart to treat you like shit. But you really had hidden intentions and you didn't like me. But you was in my face and you was in my best friend's face at that time. And you was in all of my friends' face. You wanted to be their friends. You wanted to, I'm not gonna lie, you wanted to just be known.
You wanted to fit in.
You wanted to fit in. I never knew you before that. Nobody knew you before that. You had everybody in your private story before that. Because let's get down to the real fast. Because don't act like these bitches was fans to you when you was a fan of them.
And this is a PSA.
Yeah.
Continue.
Yeah, because this is all facts and this is no lies. And if you watch this video, I just hope that you know that this is not facts, so you can't feel away, because it's all facts.
No,
if you do feel away, bitch, you're just not real. And if you do feel away, at the end of the day, it's just like,
who gives a fuck? Fight.
Yeah. And it's not even a fair fight. I swear to God, like, I kid you not.
It's a fair fight.
I would never, like, you know, she gonna say that, and I would never put my hands on that girl because I just know it would not be a fair fight. I'm damn near 6 feet.
Stop, this bitch is like, fight.
This bitch is just like 5 feet. It's just like, I would literally
and you weigh
step
like
on this girl.
90 pounds.
I would hurt her. Like, personally, it don't take much. I feel like I could pick her up. I could drop her. I can kick her. I can stab her.
I promise you, when I catch you, let me tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to punch you in your mouth, your throat, and your solar plex. Then I'm going to throw you on the ground and commence to stomping your face into the cement.
I can do several things to that girl and it just wouldn't be fair. But at the end of the day, don't act like, you know, like, I don't like when girls try to make you seem like you're a fan of them. Like, bitch, I thought we were friends. Like, don't do that. At the end of the day, like, remember, you came to me. I never knew you. At the end of the day, okay, cool. Like, I was just starting becoming a hairstylist. You texted me at the end of the day. I never knew you. You contacted me. You found out my information from somebody else. You heard about me. You saw me. You saw what I do, and you wanted that. You wanted that type of service. So it's just like, don't act like you didn't know who I was, and don't try to make assumptions about me, trying to say, oh, you know, you're messy, you're this and all of that. I knew you for one appointment. That's it.
One.
You was one appointment. And, you know, I thought that you were cute. I thought that you was nice, you know. The next day, I was just like, yeah, cool, you know. It's your birthday. Come, you know, come for a touch-up. Hospitality. Because it's just like, at the end of the day, you know, I was getting serious about my business. I'm just like, you know, girl, this is your first wig. I'm going to help you. It's your birthday. Come, I can straighten it for you. I can make sure you're looking good and everything for your birthday. It was never like I was a fan of you. Like, bitch, it's a fucking business. I don't understand. Like, I just don't like you.
You got my sis a little messed up.
I just don't like you. I don't like you at all. I don't like you for several reasons at all.
And they will be listed further.
Reason number 45. Like, bitch, I don't like you a whole lot. Literally. You're so fake. You don't understand how fake you are.
You just wait on that part.
Yeah.
Wait on that part.
Because it goes further.
Wait on that part. Alright, ready? So then, boom, that happens, right? And me and her are texting for a little about it, and we're just like laughing. And then, like, conversation just ends. They go to their party. I was with my friends. Cool. A day, I think the day after, there was another party, right? Because it was like a Friday. I think I got my hair done on. The day after, I get this long ass text from her on Instagram. I'm about to see if
I'm not gonna lie, you know why you got that text message? Because the same night of that party, I remember I was texting you, asking you where you were at in the party and all of that, and I didn't want to go and see you because she was there at that party at that time with me, and then she came to like another like apartment thing, and she was just like, oh, so what did she say about the thing? I'm just like, honestly, she was just saying her side of the story, and I just feel like, you know, you guys can still talk and just like talk about the situation, because at the end of the day, it does sound like, you know, you guys both played a part. She was like, yeah, you know, that's right, I should probably send her a text message and all of that. So just like, I'm not gonna lie,
you know,
peacemaker for real.
You know, she told me, she was like, you guys, like, not forced her to send the text, but like, you guys.
Nobody forced her to do nothing. When I told her about how, when you told me the story and everything, she was just like, okay, cool, yeah, I'm just gonna talk to her. Was there a gun to her head? Was there a fucking gun to your head? Nobody told you that you had to do that. But obviously, when you're guilty, your subconscious is gonna know that you're guilty so bad that you're gonna wanna do shit out of guilt. Like, bitch, you was guilty. Like, just admit that you was guilty.
Boom, the messages are right here.
You were guilty. Nobody told you.
Oh
Nobody
my God.
had a gun to your
the
head.
Messages, I'm gonna screenshot this and put the messages when we were arguing.
And you know, I told her about the situation. I gave like how she explained her side and how I could get it, because at that time I knew, you know, I knew fraud before I knew her. So it's just like, okay, cool. I'm like, yeah, you know, this girl feels this way about you because this is what you did and this is kind of wrong. I'm not gonna lie. And it's just like, and I'm just like, you know, that is kind of wrong. I'm not gonna lie. You should actually say something, because right is right and wrong is wrong. But don't try to make it seem like, you know, bitches was dick riding you so bad that it's like, oh, you know, talk to this girl, please talk to this.
Like, you
in
was
every
begging
game, like, I'm like, please talk to this girl. At the end of the day, if you want to get technical, at the end of the day, she was a client to me. It's just like, you have to think about it. When people are talking to you about their issues and everything, you're just here to, you know, listen, you know, put in your opinion here and there, but people are mostly there just to listen. Like, you know, they just want to be heard. They just want to express their problems.
But it just went the extra mile because you knew us.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I knew who she was talking about because I had, like, you know, we were friends on Snapchat and everything, and I literally had sent you a Snapchat when you had first moved in the thing. I'm just like, yeah, you know, we should hang out and stuff like that. And it's just like, I knew who she was talking about. But even when she was explaining the story, I kid you not, I even told my friend from like many years, I'm like, after I did her hair, I'm just like, I'm not gonna lie, friend, after she told me that, I'm starting to think maybe she was in the wrong because she never told me about the part of fighting her mother. And you know, I wouldn't have been for the peace at that if she would have told me that. I was trying to keep the peace, because at the end of the day, it's just like, genuinely, I did not know these two people at all. It's just like, okay, cool, we texted like, hey, let's hang out and everything, and just like, okay, at the end of the day, these were two clients. So it's just like, people are just talking and they're expressing how they feel about something. I'm just like, you know, I get what you mean and stuff like that. But it's just like, you know, from a realistic perspective, I was just like, you know, she kind of wrong. Like, what you mean she fought her mother? I wish she would have told me that. And it's just like, I thought that was crazy. But, you know, I gave it to God. I'm just like, you know, if they meant to be friends, obviously, I could just blame it on her being drunk.
Really? Look. So I have the messages right here. I'm going to screenshot it for you guys. And I'm going to put it on the screen. I'm going to put it right here so we can leave a space so they can read it, right? So she says, hello. I wanted to text you because I feel like we put a friendship to ease. I apologize for your birthday and I honestly felt horrible. But I wish you saw from my point of view. Besides the fact we were close and I do miss being friends. But I just wanted to hit you because I saw you the other day. I said I do see things from your point of view, but I wish we could have spoken about it instead of you just ghosting me because I was real like worried. I said I do miss being friends too. Things really shouldn't have gone that way. Shaking my head. I just never expected something like that to happen. And I feel like that's genuine as fuck from me. Because I just feel like
the benefit of the doubt.
Like, after hearing with the mom and everything, it's just like, I'm still willing, clearly in the message, I'm willing to, like, you know, make it work. And then we basically just went back and forth about, like, the messages, but it'll be on the screen. And that's really how it went, right? So
mind
cool.
you, I was the peacemaker of the
She was
situation.
definitely the peacemaker.
I was the peacemaker of the situation. And it's just like, this really, it's just like, not to say it hurt me or nothing, but the fact that I was genuine on both sides, just to know that one side wasn't even fucking with me after they got what they wanted. It's just like, girl, how you gonna be fake to somebody that even got you your friend back?
That helped you. Cause
I got you your friend back.
I promise you, I would have never talked to that girl again.
I got your friend to literally sit here and try to reason with you, because at the end of the day, she knew that you was wrong. But me, being, you know, the peacemaker that I am, I'm just like, you know, give her another chance, because I'm like, okay, yeah, you was drunk, but bitch, you decided to not like me the whole time. So just like, what the fuck was I even being, like, you know, reasonable for? Literally. I should have been beat your ass. I don't even like you. I don't like you no more.
Should just bullied your bitch ass, respectfully.
Real shit.
Right? So after this point, we're cool, and the friendship is going good. I'm thinking the friendship is going good, right? Cool. Me and Nikisha start getting. You care if your real name is?
Nah, I'm not.
Because I have the same real name. This is Nikisha for real, but. Me and Nikisha start getting hella close. Like, we're going to parties together. We're just, like, going out. And we're, like, hanging out, like, at our homes and shit. But it's, like, we're inviting, like, her old best friend. We're inviting Fraud. And it's, like, just a group thing. But it's just, like, me and her still having our own, like, kind of, like, one-on-ones. But we're still around everybody, right? So this one time, she invited me to come to this party in this area we used to live in together. During Halloween, right? Mind you, that was around Fraud's birthday. And she was kind of like, she wasn't at odds with her best friend at the time. Her best friend just felt the type of way because we had matching ears for Halloween.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would never understand that situation.
Yeah.
Y'all.
And I would never understand it either. I'm not even lie. Like, Yana gained ops after that. I had hidden enemies after that.
I gained ops unprovoked. That's my word of the year.
I gained hidden enemies. Because one thing that bitch did was put on a show. One thing she did was put on a show. Because even after that, I thought me and Miss Girl was cool.
But you know what's crazy? Like, she was saying, like, how, like, she didn't care about the ears and da-da-da. Like, because I had bought her one too, remember?
Yeah, but she never got to even show up because she was with Mr. Man.
Mr. Man, exactly.
Exactly.
But what had us fucked up was that after the situation, she was talking to your ex-best friend about it. That's what threw me off a little, because I'm just like, you said you didn't care about, like, the ears or nothing like that, but then
here you go talking shit to my best friend at that time about
so
the situation.
So it's like both of our best friends is talking shit.
Exactly.
And it's like,
and you know what? At that situation, that's when I should have cut you off, because at that time, you know, me and my ex-best friend at that time, we stopped talking before our own reasons, but she knew to cut you off after you sat there and had that conversation, speaking bad on both your own friend and me in that situation, because you thought it was right, but it actually was very wrong. You came to her talking shit about both your friend and me, like my best friend was about to sit in your face and a key with you. At the end of the day, you know, I'm gonna give respect to everybody in my past life, you know. We're not friends over other reasons, but she was a real bitch within that situation to understand that she was a real bitch, and she cut you off after that conversation.
Because you're weird.
You never got a link or a conversation out of her at that point.
Ever again.
And it's like, you know, whether we speak or not, I'm gonna always defend somebody. I'm not gonna make them look like a groupie, a weirdo, like they were in your face after that. Because, bitch, you tried it. You really tried it. You tried it. You tried it on everybody. I'm not gonna say you tried it on my ex-best friend, but you tried it on me, and you tried it on her too. You tried speaking down on her name to another girl to try to, like, it gave like you was just really insecure on your friendship on that time, that you felt the need to just be like, oh yeah, because if me and Yana was to do da-da-da, and mind you, Yana's not your best friend. You don't have that place. Butterfly was that. But Butterfly was that. You were never gonna be that. You were never.
It was never gonna be you. It was never
gonna be you, and that's what you failed to understand. And you know, I always try to be understanding, but bitch, you dragged it.
Alright, it's me again. So during this clip, I just want to explain that we were smoking and drinking, but in the beginning of the video, we were like drinking for real. And then we smoked, and like, you know, when you smoke, like your energy kind of goes down, but like that's why it feels like it's not that much energy, but like it was there. Whoa. It was there, but it wasn't, but it was there. But yeah. So yeah. We just smoked some. I haven't smoked in so long.
Same.
Alright, where were we? Let's see. Basically, we started to like, it was just like cool. It was like dead season in college, and it was like nothing was really going on for real, right? So then basically, damn, I'm stuck. I'm high. I cannot lie, I'm high. I feel like we were just chilling. Like, I don't think you two were really hanging out for real. Me and her were really just linking up, and I'll link up with her. Sometimes it'll be all together. Like, it just, if it happened, it happened. It was never really planned, you know what I mean? So then, like, after a while, like, around my birthday, it was just, like, things was just
nah, it was definitely before your birthday.
Oh, yeah, I'm bugging.
It had to be. Oh! It was, like, kind of last straw for you, I said.
It was.
Like, you should just kind of say, because that just showed who she was on your end. Yeah. You got to bring that up.
All right, so basically, right, I'm bugging. So basically, we went to a party, and like we were all getting drunk. We all pre-gamed together, and like
it was such a good night.
It was, but she was like, I peeped. She was moving stitch with the bottle, and I was just like, bitch, like,
hell yeah.
It was not that deep, and it was a big ass bottle of Casamigos. So like, it was the biggest liter. I don't know how many it is.
And why are you being selfish with liquor,
bro?
Are you an alcoholic,
bro? Is it a problem? You know what I mean?
What's the issue?
Right. So then we like, she was in the Uber with these other girls, and I was like her and her friends, like things was cool. And we got there, and she started drinking some more. She even took my ex's like bottle and started drinking out of it. I was like, all right, bitch, I think you're drunk.
Really?
She did. Remember, I don't think you saw, but I had got Black Hennessy, and it was for him. And he gave me an 8, gave me weed, and I was like,
and she was drinking out the bottle. She couldn't wait. I just don't like her, y'all. I'm sorry.
Yeah, bro. So then, basically at the party, like she was just hella drunk, and like she just started to go crazy, and she just disappeared. Like she just got in an Uber and left, and I'm just like,
she was out.
What the fuck? She was out. She didn't give no fucks, and I was just like, what the fuck? So then we all end up, I'm not gonna lie, we stayed for a little, because at this point I'm just like, I need time before all this fuckery, right? So then we all got Ubers, we went home, she had went home. And then like we were calling her, trying to find her, and she's lingering in the parking lot where we live. And I'm just like, bro, what are you doing? When I call up to her, and she's like stumbling and shit, and just like, oh my god, like leave me alone, I just need to get to his house, talking about her boyfriend. I was just like, girl, like what are you doing? What are you doing, right? So then we're trying to get her to get in the car, and she starts to like run away from us. And then she even starts to like hit me, bro. When we got into the car and we're following her to the other complex that's like 3 minutes away.
It's crazy.
I get out the car, she's standing at the corner, and you know, like on the other side of the parking lot that's like hella far. Bro, she's standing there, and I go over to her, I'm like, come on, let's go home. She's like, no, I need to see him. Yana, go home. Leave me. And I'm like, what the fuck? Yes. I was like, nah. I was like, you're in too deep, shorty. Like, what the fuck?
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Is it that
so
good?
Then, bro, is it? We're going back and forth, we're walking, and then she starts like hitting my arms, and I'm like, girl, like I'm fake lit at this point. So I'm like, you need to relax, like, you feel what I'm saying? Right? So then he gets downstairs, it's him. I ended up being down there too, because he was coming to my house after, and I was just like, it was just a coincidence. So we're down there, they're just arguing about like where she's going. And she's like, no, I don't want to leave. He's telling her to, he's like, yo, go with your friends. Like, I don't want you to come.
That's like, like you should have just left after
bro,
that.
And she was still like trying to fight it. And I'm just like, it could never be that deep.
It's not that deep.
It's not that deep.
The whole time it really wasn't even that deep.
It was never that deep, bro. So bottom line, like we just ended up leaving her, and then, yeah. So after that, I was still talking to her. I don't know if you guys were still cool. Yeah, we're getting
only because I didn't know about that situation. around that time. Remember, I had left early, so it's just like when all of that happened, I didn't find out till like later type shit. So I didn't know that she
and
was
she didn't
there.
even know the for real.
I didn't even know who she really was, like for real.
You had to be there. It was one of those things you had to be
like
there.
if you seen it, you seen it. And I don't know, she just never showed me that though. But shit, I guess everybody just kind of different.
Literally,
they show who they want to who they want and when they want.
Literally.
Yeah, I can say like around your birthday is kind of when it started.
Yeah.
But like around then, it's just kind of been given like, you know, on and off and then on and off, and like, you know, you guys are just like, you know, it's not like fully all the way there where it's no issues. It's just like, you know, you guys have issues, and it's just like putting it aside. We're friends, and it's just like it's not that serious.
And then we both had like dogs and shit, so we'd be around each other a lot.
Yeah.
But then like around my birthday,
cool.
when I came back, it was just weird.
Yeah, and I was just there to even see that from just like another perspective. Like it was odd.
Right. So basically, guys, I had came back for my birthday. I went to Atlanta. And I was like spending time with my family. I basically spent my 21st with my family, whatever, cool. And she like sent me flowers for my birthday. It was real cute. I was like, okay, cute, whatever, da da da.
Yeah, that was sweet.
That was sweet.
Like she loved you too.
I'm dead. So, bitch was like my heart.
Like she like flowers for you.
No
roses.
Literally. So then basically when I had came back, like I had like my hair done, lashes done, of course, like I look crazy right now, but like I had them done because it was my birthday, you feel me? Like it wasn't that many days later. And then like I didn't peep the weird energy until Nikisha was like, I'm just looking at her and she's just not, like, her actions are weird. And I was just like, what? Like, I was just acting mad, like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, it was just giving me like, I don't know, from an outside perspective, it was just giving me like kind of just like hating or just trying to be funny, but you're really just trying to talk down on your friend. But that's just like me seeing it from an outside point of view. So it's just like, I don't know. Like,
nah, I get it though. And it's just like, I only started to see it like later down the line. Like there was a situation. Okay, the last time I'm jumping in again. Okay, so basically what's being explained after is like something just was going on. And this girl is calling me her best friend and shit. And I'm thinking you're going to show up for me the way I've shown up for you. And it's like, I was really going through a lot before like the shit really hit the fan. And this girl was just like basically choosing her quote unquote nigga over me. But it's not even about choosing somebody over somebody. It's just more so like knowing your friend needs you right now. Let me just give her that time. But she couldn't do that. And it was just like, bitch, fuck you. So, yeah.
You know, you were going through something with your relationship that was just like, you know, it was affecting your life in every aspect.
Mm-hmm.
And it just that on top of it.
Okay.
Because it's just like, you know, even if you were still going through that, you could have just still been like, oh, I was going through what I was going through, but at least my friend was making it better. But she wasn't making it better. She was just giving you something else to talk about.
Yeah.
So just like, were you really being my friend? Because just like, bro, obviously I'm going through this shit with my relationship right now, and you're not even fully being, like, you're being weird to me.
Type shit.
So you could just be like, yeah. So me and my boyfriend at that time, we were just going through problems and everything, and I just really wasn't feeling it. And during that time, I thought she would have just been, you know, just my friend. But like she was starting, I felt like the energy started to shift around that time too. So it's like, you know, like life is just hitting you twice.
Type shit.
Like your friendship, now your relationship. Like your relationship, now your friendship, type shit.
I'm about to just play everything she said, cause same.
Type shit.
Type shit. But yeah, and then like afterwards, what happened? It just started to get weird, and then like she had like yelled at me during the situation, cause like I started crying or whatever. I was being a crybaby because I was sad, cause like who wouldn't be sad? And fucking her nigga calls her, and she's gonna like get up in the middle of me talking to my friend Cash. I'm like crying and shit. She gets up and leave, and I'm still talking to my friend Cash, and I was like, honestly, I just want to go. Like, I don't want to be here no more. Like, she's being weird. Like, you've been in there for like 20 minutes. Like, girl, you're weird. So I'm getting up and leaving, and she comes out her room and she's like, where are you going? And I'm still walking, leaving, ignoring her. She was like, you don't hear me? And she screams. I'm like, who are you talking to? Bro, I was like, who are you talking to? Even Cash was like, what the fuck? And I was like, yeah. And I'm still walking out. I was like, you're mad fake. I was like, bitch, you're weird as fuck as I'm leaving. Like, what the fuck? This bitch gonna say I'm mumbling under my breath. Am I mumbling if I heard you?
What is that?
If I heard you, bro, don't play with me. Like, what the fuck? So then I'm walking to the stairs. She's screaming while she's on the phone with her nigga. I'm like, bitch, you trying to put on a show? Like, you're weird as fuck. That's how I took it. I don't give a fuck. I feel like you're trying to put on a show. You're trying to be funny, and it's not funny. So I walked out, and I never talked to her again. I think we texted about it, and then we linked that one time. When I had like really cut her off, I was like, bitch, like I don't want to talk to you. It was when we had went to her house for like grava or ice or some shit we did.
Yeah, I wouldn't really count that as like hanging out.
It wasn't hanging out. It was like, bitch, we needed something and we were out respectfully. Like I had nothing to say to you at that point.
Type shit.
Bitch had me fast, but yeah. But yeah, guys,
at that point,
don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and
later.
we're out.